again to Ashi's Book Club. So you already know that I'm reviewing, introducing, mentoring and showing you books in the author's collection in this channel. So, what will we be doing today? I brought you a video of reviewing. So this book is The Railway Children by Nesbit. This is quite a good book and mainly used for literature and also very famous among all ages. So, Nesbit wrote this book among her collections and all her books are really good. So let's start with the contents first. The Beginning of Things. Peter's Coal Mine. The Old Gentleman. The Engine Burglar. Prisoners and Captives. Saviors of the Train. Furwailer. The Amateur Fireman. The Pride of Clerks. The Terrible Secret. The Hound in the Red Jersey. What Bobby Brought Home. The Hound's Grandfather. The End. So now let's start. First we have the beginning of things. The first sentence here is, they were not the railway children to begin with. So that's what the author says. As usual, this will be continuing to let us know what actually the story is. So this starts with the family living quite well. The family is the father, the mother, their dog James and the three children. Robert are also known as Bobby, Peter and Phyllis. So after going like this, one day at tea time, two men in black suits come to ask father about something and then they take him away. Now the family is quite worried without father about what to do and where is he actually. So now the father is the working person in this family. So after he stopped working and he is taken away, these children move to a new home along with their parents. So now, let's go on what this house is. This is the Three Chimneys and near that is quite a good railway. That's why this book was named as The Railway Children. So they always go to the railway and they also quite get known to this life and their new life is changing and they get usual to this life. Let's go to the second chapter. Where's the second chapter? 1 second, will you give me? Okay. So second we have Peter's coal mine. So Peter thinks that when it's a bit cold you need a fire. But mother says that they don't have much coals and now that they are a bit poor, they need to save the coals. So Peter thinks, come on, let's go to the coal mine and get some coals. So he goes on with Bobby and Phyllis to the coal mine near the railway station. But when he's putting these coals to a barrow and taking them, they get caught to the station master. The station master is kind, so he lets them go away. So they go. So that's what happens in the second chapter. Off to the third. We have 3 for the Old Gentleman. So now after this, Peter meets the station master again, but he's alright and they forget everything and they become good friends. Next they go near the porter to tell him to give them the numbers of the trains that always come. So they also name the trains like the Green Dragon and many more. So they also listen to the trains. And then one day they see that going like this in the Green Dragon, an old man waves to them. And they also wave back. So that the Green Dragon is the London train, where they of course think that their father is taken to. Let's go on. Where am I? Third chapter, right? Okay. Then also they take a sheet and say, look out at the station. So, yes, you got it. I just skipped a part. What was that about? So this is what happens. Mother gets sick very suddenly and they need the medicine and they don't have enough money. So they tell this old gentleman to get them the things they want. And the old gentleman helps them. So they get mother good and alright again. Let's go. Next we have the engine burglar. So then at the starting of this, they sent a little cloth into the railway station showing in very big letters to the old gentleman that she is nearly well, thank you, which means the mother is already really well. So let's go on to the next pages and see what actually happens. we have a little poem here. Let's read that. Daddy dear, I'm only 4 and I'd rather not be more. 4's the nicest age to be, 2 and 2 and 1 and 3. What I love is 2 and 2, Mother, Peter, Phil and you. What you love is 1 and 3, Mother, Peter, Phil and me. Give your little girl a kiss because she learned that you told you this. So that's what happened in that chapter. Let's move on. Five, prisoners and captives. So that day Mother had gone to Maid Bridge and the children are there waiting until she comes back. And then they meet a man who is lost with no luggage and nothing. So they try to talk to that person, but it seems that this person talks in another language which they don't know. They try talking in French. So Peter starts with Parlez-vous français, but of course he couldn't get it right. But these children, even though they know French, don't know much about how to talk to people in correct French. So this person doesn't answer. And then Mother comes back. And then Mother talks to this person in French. So this person answers back. Now Mother understands very well. And it turns out that this person is a Russian person. And this person is who's named the Russian gentleman in the book, also known as Mr. Szczepansky. A very Russian name, of course I know that. And now let's move on to the other chapter. They keep this man in the 3 chimneys until he finds his wife and the other kids of his family back. Next we have Saviors of the Train. So the Russian gentleman was really better next day. It turns out that he has written a book and the government was not pleased with that book and he was sent to prison. But now he comes back and he's lost. So the Saviors of the Train. So they go talk to Perks, who is the porter, as I told you before. But of course it's in this chapter that his name is Perks is mentioned. So now they go like that and they want to get berries to this old Russian gentleman. So while they're going to get the berries, they see a really big place with filled sand and a train is coming that way. So they think, what if this train comes and hits this pile? Of course there'll be a huge disaster. So they remove Bobby's and Philly's flannel petticoats and then they put flags with them and wave them. But of course the train doesn't see that. Then Bobby runs very near the train while Peter is shouting her not to go there. And she waves and waves and waves and then the train stops. But as soon as the train stops, she is so much out of energy that she faints. But after that she's woken up and the train is saved. That's what happens in that chapter. Let's go to the next chapter. We have 7 for Whaler. They sent a letter to the old gentleman telling about this Russian gentleman and that they want to save him. Now the old gentleman turns out to have read this book and is really glad to help this Russian gentleman. So then after some time they find where the Russian gentleman's family is and they take him back there. That's what happens in Whaler. Also, remember that they saved this train last time in the before chapter, the Saviors of the Train? They're presented with 3 really gold watches each in the presentation for saving the train. Let's go to the next chapter, please. Okay, here we have 8. The Amateur Fireman. So now while they were going, they talked to Perks about his birthday, which Perks says is quite oblivious that he hasn't ever celebrated a birthday before. So now the children are determined to help him, and after that, talking to Perks, they go to this, what is the name of the bridge? I'll let it for you to read the book. So they go to this bridge and they meet this bargee, who's not that happy to see them there in his canal fishing. So the children say that they weren't fishing. Of course they were not fishing, just trying to fish, but still this bargee is not that happy with that answer and he gives Peter's ear a twist. After that he goes to the bar And then these children talk with the Baji's wife, Maria, and his kid. So after that, while talking to them, Maria also goes to the bar after putting the kid to sleep. After that, then there's a fire in their cabin, in their barge. So now the kids were horrified with nobody there. They go inside the barge and save the dog and the kid. So after that, the parents come back home, the Baji and his wife, and they're really happy for what they have done and gives Peter, Phyllis and Bobby 3 ribbons so that they can fish in this canal anytime as a gift for saving the barge. Now let's go to the 9th chapter. 9. The Pride of Perks. So the children really want to help Perks celebrate his birthday. So they go to his house and gives a very good birthday gift, with asking all the town people to give them some things and giving him his birthday. But Perks is a bit prideful, as it says in this, and he thinks this is done for charity as he has never celebrated a birthday and he is poor. But the children say that it's not like that and they wanted Perks to celebrate his birthday. And then Perks celebrates it, thanking the children. Let's go to the next chapter. We have 10. The Terrible Secret. So mother and the family talks about father and they think that they've been forgetting father. But after that they think that they need to find father again. It's quite a small chapter and that's what happens in the chapter. And next. 11. The Hound in the Red Jersey. In the railway place, the children find a boy in a red jersey. He's fainted. They take him to the 3 chimneys and looks after him. Mother is happy to keep him there. Next one. 12. What Bobby brought home. After going like this, they learn that this hound in the red jersey, whose name is Jim, has a grandfather who's looking after him. They try to find the grandfather and are very happy to realize that his grandfather is the one and only, the old gentleman who has always helped the family. Okay, let's go on. So that's what happens in the hound's grandfather. The grandfather comes there and they take Jim back to his old life. Let's go on to the other chapter. The end. The children are united again with mother and father, and after that they live happily ever after. So yes, I missed some of the parts in the book. I want you to read the book and get to know what parts I missed. So thank you for watching the video. Subscribe, like, comment in the section below and share this video with all of your friends. Bye, see you next day with another book.